face, but don't mess with us. Trust that I speak out in hopes to be out. And I ain't trying to catch the bus. Blood tainted this so-called vaccine. They got infecting us. But I got soul keys on the track, so you don't gotta sell keys on the track. I got soul keys on the track. You don't gotta sell your body on the track.
Three others share this secret. Our friends, the Sorceress, and Orko. Together we defend Castle Grayskull from the evil forces of Skeletor.
That's fire. I like that. That's something I would definitely set.
Yeah, I would definitely put this on my.
I can settle that.
Definitely put this on my video.
Figured y'all would dig that.
Oh, definitely. Most of my playlists is like that. This is straight from.
This is somebody made this or you made it?
No, somebody made it.
This is fire.
This is sick.
So I put up there, Shasim?
Shasim.
Shasim? What they call you, Shah?
Shah.
Okay, I don't want to say it, gotta get the, make sure it's cool.
Community-wise, they still say Flash.
Okay.
If we're talking interview, we say Shah.
Okay. Just to introduce you in the beginning.
Sound like a superhero song.
Turn the mic up.
Yeah, that's just sound
Mic's up?
Mic up.
Yep.
Right. Yo.
You know what it is.
Crazy Bolo.
Yes, indeed. This is the Wingate World Experience Podcast on WWEP 71.8 on your Sirius radio dial. We just kicking it right now. I don't know, man. That was just a little vibe I was feeling right now. I know y'all know what it is. King Niger, what up?
Yo, what it is. Yes, man. Let's give thanks. Peace, love, and light as always. And let's give thanks for another day.
You know
another
it.
Episode. We got some guests from the island of Staten, Africa. Yeah, they call it.
Brooklyn Zoo.
Shout out to Staten Island.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, let's get it.
Shout out to Bolo. Shout out to Flashthenics.
Bar Crazy.
Bar Crazy crew.
Let's get it.
Shout out to the whole Bar Crazy crew, man.
Of course.
You guys are doing amazing things out there, man. I just marvel at how y'all give it up on the bars, man. And yeah, man, it's a pleasure having you. Man, this is just dope, man. This is, like I always say to Nigel, this is how I envision it to be. Oh yeah, but Nigel, kick that yeah, thank you. This is how I envisioned it to be when we first started, is just to give a platform to the men and women in especially in the New York area. Give them a platform to be able to speak, and we can get a little bit into your minds of calisthenics athletes, the different variations of calisthenics, from reps to tricks to freestyle and things of that nature. So once again, thank you. We don't want to take that for granted. No doubt. It's flashes on mic hot flash.
Maybe I need to speak a little louder.
No, that's good.
There we go.
That's good.
That's just me.
Hold on. We was in Staten Island. All right, let me start this right here. Let me go back a little bit.
Run it back.
We was in Staten Island. Dr. Dre, turn that up. BG Studios, Brooklyn, New York.
Let's get it.
It's a lot of energy out there, positive, negative. We don't focus on the negative, but sometimes you just gotta let them know. Sit back and relax one time. Check the vibes, feel the vibes, feel the rhythm. Yes.
That's fire, man.
We just try to do what we do, musical palette.
That's fire, man.
Appreciate it, y'all. This is for the community, for the culture.
And I was saying before, man, I appreciate you having us and putting this all together for us, and you in the community too. So
For sure, man.
We all communities, brothers and sisters out here.
Absolutely.
I appreciate you for this.
You know, I just feel like I
Imagine.
found my lane, you know. Not to make it too much about me, but, you know, I've always been a reps and sets guy. That's just my bread and butter. And I never was a competitor. I knew that it wasn't for me. And but I said in order for me to continue in this game, I have to give. How could I give back? What was my way of giving back? And some people give back in being teachers and being ambassadors. And I'm still out there in the field too. If you come in Wingate, you see how I give up. But that's home for me. You know what I mean? I'm gonna always be in the gate and I'm doing what I do. Make sure that belly don't pop out. You know, I can still give you 10 pull-ups, 10 muscle-ups, and 10 dips. As long as I can still do that, I'm good. You know, 50 push-ups, all that. You know, I'm good. You know, but we gotta respect the gentlemen out there like yourself who are really, really on another level. And by the way, we listened to RZA, aka Bobby Digital, Staten Island finest, the Hobbit, the Abbott rather. The Abbott. I call him the Hobbit. He is the Hobbit too, but the Abbott. You can't stop me now. You ain't gonna be able to stop nothing that's going on here. Just know that the whole calisthenics community and culture is turning up. I don't know if y'all can see what's going on out there, but it's expanding, man.
It's growing.
It's growing.
It's growing.
So let's get started, man. Let's start with both of you guys. I'll ask Bolo. I just want to get into your mind. What started you as a calisthenic athlete? Why did you choose? Or I would say, why did calisthenics choose you, or vice versa?
I would say before I was going through a crazy part of my life where I was dealing with a divorce crisis and stuff like that. And I was really stressed. I seen these two guys that I knew, but I haven't seen them for like maybe 5-6 months, and they was always skinny like a little stick. I see them 6 months later. These guys are jacked. I'm like, nah, what are you guys doing? Y'all on steroids or something? I mean,
right?
They look take off their shirt. Their stomachs look like you could wash your clothes.
Wash boys, right?
Yeah, I'm like, nah. They told me, watch this. Next thing you know, he does a muscle up. I'm like, what the hell is that? And then I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna try it. I couldn't even do a pull up. That's how upset.
What year was this? You remember?
This was 2010.
Okay.
2010. And
What?
Yeah, 2010. And with that being said,
Wow.
I started going really hard after that. I was like, you know what? Let me get my pull ups. Let me get strong at this. I worked out every day for 2 months straight just to try to get that muscle up. I finally got my first chicken wing. Next
chicken wing. If you know what the chicken wing muscle up is. 1 arm, 2 arms.
That's it. And from there on, I just, I wound up going hard at it. Started doing more reps, and the divorce thing happened, so everything went good. I started slacking.
Oh, it went good for you.
It went good.
Put up some applause for that, Dr. J, because very rarely do you hear it go well for the gentleman in divorce situation. So salute.
Yes. So with that being said, I stopped working out for 2 years.
Okay.
2 years, and something just started this divorce up again. 2 years later, next thing you know, I said, I miss this working out feeling. I'm not going to worry about this girl or what's going on in my life anymore. I'm just going to do what I got to do for myself to better myself and worry about my kids. Mm-hmm. So I said, I miss this. I'm going to start my own crew, and I'm going to get back into this grind hard. But instead of starting my own crew, I wound up running into another crew in Staten Island. It was called Staten Island Hard Body.
Okay.
I wound up joining them. Those guys were just straight reps. And from there, I tell you, I got turned out. Reps galore. My first competition ever was the 5Bs.
This was legendary.
Yes, 2014. I remember I had my little Jerry curls in my head, trying to be cool.
Right.
So I witnessed the real deal. I was like, damn, this
is different.
Yeah, it's different. This guy did 80 pull-ups. I'm like, no way. But then I seen Bar Stars online on YouTube. I said, oh, sheesh.
Yeah. This
guy is on a scrap hole doing giants. I'm like, that's next. That's next. Because I know at the end of the day, the rep world is very competitive, just as a freestyle. But at the end of the day, when it comes to tricks and freestyle for me, it's like you ever just want to pass that fear out of your mind. Like you don't want to have that feeling in my damn, I never tried something that I wanted to try. Mm-hmm. So I was like, just by seeing something and being inspired. But since I started flying, I'm like, you know what? I can control this. I like this.
Right.
And I'm going to do a little bit of both. I'm going to do reps and I'm going to do this. Next thing you know, I wound up doing both, but I started kicking off hard with the freestyle, and I started backing away from the reps because I was always the guy they push away, saying that yeah, your reps aren't clean. Your arms are not locking out. You're not. I remember that 5B competition. I did the first person there who just went up. I did 140 something push-ups straight, and they had
140.
Yeah, 140.
Sheesh.
Yeah, I remember to this day. Tap one guy. All I hear is the critics around me. Oh, he's not doing this. He's not doing that. Well, when it comes to freestyle, the only way they can judge you is if you're doing a planche or a strong move. But as far as flying, it's just you and that bar. Nobody can judge what you do. You can make your own. This is why it's called freestyle. Like when a person raps, he can just say what he wants. But in the rep world, or in the weightlifting world, you have to follow a routine. Or you got to do something. So with that being said, freestyle is freestyle. You can do whatever you want. But at the end of the day, I can't never forget about reps because reps just gets me stronger. I literally, ever since I've been not hurt, but I'm getting back into it, I've been doing more reps than ever.
Right.
Like
we went back to your basics.
Went back to my basics. Yes,
there you go.
That's basically the foundation of everything. Because at that time when I was getting so good at freestyle, I will always rep before I freestyle. So when it comes to these competitions, I can be stronger. The last competition was...
Wait, hold on, Bolo, we get there.
Okay.
Flash, I want to get Flash too because I would look at you as one of the younger brothers coming up in the game.
Definitely.
And I think I always feel like it's important to tap in with the youth because you guys have a certain perspective that may be a little different than us older guys that's been in it for a while. How did it begin for you as far as calisthenics?
Yes, Calisthenics found me freshman year high school. Okay. So, as you all know, Powerful James, Powerful Rob.
Shout out to yes, the I Am Power crew. Yes, Highland Park.
We all went to school together at Maxwell, and James and Ryan invited me out to the park to work out. Back then, all I knew was track. Mm-hmm. All I knew was legs and running. They invited me out. I'm like, what are we doing at the park? Working out.
You was on the track team or something like that in high school?
I was a runner, distance runner.
Nice. 800 meter.
Anything 3 miles and above.
Oh man, that's tough.
Flash is no joke.
Nice.
Yeah, but
that's where you get the Flash from.
Pretty much. That's the name.
Okay.
That's where the name comes from.
The paradox.
I swear.
But yeah, man, they invited me out to the park. Had no idea what I was about to do. Started me off on dips, push-ups. Barely had a pull-up. Got a pull-up, and from there that was it. That was life. I would say about 2016-ish, 2015, 2016, I ended up moving to the Bronx, met Brotherhood Fitness.
Yes. Shout out to
Q. Brotherhood team, love them all, Q, like a mentor.
Mm-hmm.
That's when I got my first muscle up.
Really?
After the first muscle up, I just wanted everything
Yankee
else.
Stadium out there?
Yankee Stadium.
Nice.
Before they took our bars. Before
Right.
they took the bars.
Right.
Wanted everything else. Met Bolo 2018, got my first swing 360. And
that's big.
It's on. It's on.
It.
But look at you now, though, bro. Because we were speaking before. What do you think your coming out party was as far as being on the scene in the calisthenics world? Because would you consider yourself a freestyle athlete?
I do consider myself a freestyle athlete now, especially since I did join Bar Crazy. It's an actual team that competes.
Right.
I would say it's a family.
Yes.
Love it. Yeah. I never actually thought it would be more of a coming out party. Through being that I was a rapper, I started off as a rapper. Any competition that I went to, I was known. I just didn't compete. I'll show my face. I'll definitely support every and anybody. And with the freestyle, I would say coming out wise, my come out for freestyle would be the Boss Life event.
Yes,
that was
in
my
Jersey.
First. Yep, in Jersey. Shout out to Boss Life as well.
Absolutely. L Boogie, the whole Boss Life crew.
Boss Life.
With that, being that I went up against so many beasts within one set.
I was watching. I was like, boy, look at him go.
Hey.
Yeah. Guys,
love it. I was so nervous at first. So nervous. Wamu, beast.
Wamu's nasty.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know him personally, but just by name and seeing him out there, he's crazy.
His skills are different.
Strong. Right.
Very different.
Strong, very strong.
So when I seen these guys going up, I'm over here like, oh man, what the hell? But with it, I love it. Bars are my therapy. Calisthenics is my therapy. So when I compete, it's not as to battleground. I know a lot of people will go in and it's like, hey, this is a battle. We're battling. Me, I'm up here and I'm gonna cheer you on with it. We're gonna have fun with it. This is where I come to relax. This is where I put it all out. Any stress that I have, put it in there. So the Boss Life event was definitely my first come out for it, and many more.
Do you think that it comes with a confidence? Because sometimes in competition, some people have to get in the zone where they don't want to talk to nobody. They have this aura where, you know, they're just not grumpy, but just really focused. But you being able to cheer somebody on and still be able to get busy on the bars, does that come with a certain confidence? Like, I'm gonna put on too. Like, wait till you see what I do.
Oh, definitely.
Right.
It says we came out to give our all. We're showcasing our full talent. Right? Now, if in my opponent's head, it's like I said, if you're battling me, cool. But I'm out here to have fun with you.
Right.
I'm gonna have fun, and yes, I gotta win, but I'm gonna still have fun with you either way.
Right.
You know, I leave on no bad vibes. Definitely gotta leave on good vibes.
Absolutely.
Whether I win or lose, we all happy about it.
I like that
the
attitude.
community.
Yes.
So.
It's a lot different than what it was back in the day. I won't say that it would end on bad vibes, but sometimes it was easy to get caught up in the competition too much to where it was like, you know, there would be a little static there. You know,
I mean,
no pun intended.
There's still people like that.
it
There's
was
still
definitely-
cliques like that. That's why people have cliques. Like,
Yeah, but that's why it's
most of the
refreshing to
time.
hear it from Flash, though,
Right,
because
facts,
you know,
I would
because
say round one, for example. Round one, I reviewed my round one, and Flipstar, another great athlete, friend as well. He was zoned in so much that I tried to shake his hand, and he walked by it.
right.
He didn't even
feel some type of
realize
way?
that he did. Some type of way, but at the same time, in my head, it's like, okay, he's in competition mode.
Absolutely.
I'm going to still cheer him on, you know? So going with it, just keep the attitude all the way through. Like, you already know people are going to have their ways of seeing how their competition is going to go. And it's either they're nervous or you're confident.
Absolutely.
Basically.
If you're nervous, you're nervous. That's cool.
Yep.
You do it. You're here. You show up. You show out.
Absolutely. And I look at it, too, like when you think about it in the NBA, you look at somebody who, like LeBron James, who's friendly with everybody and try to kill you on the court. But then you think of somebody like Kobe or Michael Jordan, who were assassins, and they let you know, like, there was no friendship. There was no handshake. Like, I'm trying to pop your head off. You know what I mean? And there was no daps and pounds. You know, so like you said, it's different waves. There's different ways of people doing different things of that nature. Speaking of competition, Bolo, you were just in Miami.
Yes, he was.
Shout out to the UFCL, Starboy and the whole crew down there.
Yes, sir.
Put on an absolutely great event. Talk about your experience down there.
To be honest with you, it was a beautiful event. Like you said, shout out to UFCL again. As far as my experience down there, I enjoyed the atmosphere. I enjoyed the community and how they put everything together and all the hard work. But as far as like performance wise, I felt good in the beginning. But like towards the ending, I started to get more fatigue. Like,
Why did you think that was?
honestly,
Because you were mentioning about overtraining.
I
You think you went too crazy?
I think I went, like I said, I went too hard. Like I kept going, I kept working out every day
Before the event.
Before the event, like I would train hard,
pretty much.
train things that I already have, you know, over and over and over. And not at my age, but the longer you do something, eventually, like I said, some of your body, like majority muscles
Wear
you
and tear.
use, you're gonna wear and tear your muscles. And I started to wear and tear my muscles. And once, like one of these guys I've seen on Instagram, he's a cool guy. Shout out to Nicky Mates. He injured himself doing a lot of planching and a lot of strength. And to this day, I had that stuck in my mind before this competition that I'm gonna just train very smart. Like I don't want to kill myself, but what did I do? I wound up killing myself. And when I got there, I was able to perform 80% of me.
That was 80%?
Yeah.
Bro, you look like you was going crazy. Yo, the energy in that place, like the energy that you was putting out there, dude, it looked like, because, you know, it seems like you have, I want to say, like a certain style, certain moves and techniques that we're familiar with. And it seemed like you were even sharper, including everything else that you added into it. And that was only 80%. You still did great, dude.
Thank you.
I mean, it was so many, from what I could see on the videos, there was so many, like, expert people out there doing crazy moves, bro, from the planches to the statics. How the actual event itself, how was the setup? Because it looked like an amazing setup from the sponsorship. The place, I think it was in, what was the airport or something like that?
Yeah, the Miami International Airport.
Yeah, so it looked like it was super professional. Can you speak to how just it felt?
The bars. Shout out to Kangaroo. Those bars are beautiful. To be honest,
are they the fat bars?
Yeah, they're a little thick, but they're not that thick because at the bars that I train at the Brooklyn Zoo, those are the thickest bars I ever train on.
Right.
So Kangaroo bars is perfect. Like you could do perfect reps on it. Like I remember UFL did use their bars too. Like I said, those bars are amazing. Like the atmosphere there, like knowing all these guys who just like not knowing them by person, but knowing them by seeing them on Instagram.
It's time to do better, bro. It's 101, the world ain't never been here before. Problems growing every day and they won't seem to slow. It's like through chaos and the rain, I just seem to float. Yes, I'm cut from a different cloth, it ain't seamless though. Niggas trap, police tripping, niggas bleeding, bro. Easy to stay calm, this ain't shit that I ain't seen before. Sip this coffee like this weed as the seasons go. Weather every storm and take a little dirt for any seed to grow. Shit, so that's all you need to know. So just stay calm and proceed to grow. Plant your seed and watch your leaves to grow. They'll knock you off your pivot if you let them.
Keep your head, boy. Keep your head, boy.
Hey, time.
Get your bread, boy. Get your bread, boy.
Hey, done.
Keep your head, boy. Keep your head, boy.
Gotta do it.
Get your bread, boy. Get your bread.
It ain't what you got, it's who you put on. West Coast, I got my foot on. Hold on. Did you do it for team or for yourself? Fuck what you drive. Who did you help, dog? It's time to do better, bro. Give your guys some game. Put them on to something. Let them pick your brain. Don't just loan them something. Guide him through the flame like the older homies. Because you want to, not cause you older homies. Discipline yourself. Learn to calm your nerves. Only respond to action. Don't respond to words.